To me. Just wait, I'll get some help. I need a new bed. A double one with a bedside table.
That is ridiculous.
Difference. And an armchair, a reading lamp, and some extra hanging space for
Valentina, you don't seem to understand.
A television would begin to make life bearable.
This is a prison. I cannot possibly make exceptions like that.
Perhaps you would contact the federal police, speak to Whittaker, tell him what I need, and tell him I'm prepared to pay, of course.
Oh, no, Mervyn, I don't hate you. I'm very fond of you.
You mean that?
You see, when you said you loved me, nobody's said that to me for a long time, and
Then you don't hate me.
Of course not, silly.
Desmond? What have you got to say about this?
I don't know anything.
How do you account for it being hidden in your mattress?
What? Well, I didn't put it there.
No? No, I went straight to the rec room.
That's right, Mrs. Reynolds.
I was with her.
Only the two of you, I'm surprised.
They are not trying to cover. Can't you see?
You seem to have some idea you're above the law, Desmond, and I will not have it.
Can't you see that this is some sort of frame-up?
Take her to solitary. 24 hours.
You're in good form tonight.
Yeah, I've got good reason to be. Beauty. Black ball to go and it's all over.
You gonna let me in on the secret?
Secret?
Yeah. How come you're so up when everyone else is down?
Oh, set him up again. Want to risk your money playing the tune?
No, thanks. Cards is my game.
Oh, yeah, you're a real card, all right.
You know what I reckon?
What, dear?
I reckon Kelly set Myra up.
What makes you say that?
Oh, I don't know. Just got a feeling, that's all.
I think Lexi's right.
Well, I hope you've got some proof, dear.
May, I was in the cell after dinner and Myra never came near the place. Then later when I came back here, this is where she was. So how could she have got the knife into the cell?
That's right.
And another thing. On my way here, after I left the cell, I passed Kelly and Deacon in the corridor.
Where were they going?
Search me.
Well? Well, what, dear? What's good enough for me, so what are you going to do about it?
I'm not quite sure.
What more do you want?
I said I'm not quite sure.
Oh, you're all a bunch of bloody nerds.
Julie, love, go and get me a cup of tea. There's a good girl. I'll put it to you this way. There's them that's got it, and there's them that don't.
What do you mean?
Myra's out. She's had it. I'm taking over.
But how? She comes out of solitary tomorrow.
Then I'll fix her again. And I'll keep fixing her until she's out for good.
You mean you planted the knife?
That's it, Einstein. But what I want to know is where you stand. Are you going to back a winner or a loser?
I'll stick with the strength. You.
Smart thinking. Only problem is, I'm going to want some proof that you're really backing me before I start telling you any of my plans.
What do you want me to do?
I'd like a little chat with you, dear. You bucket up me shot. Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Right, ladies. I've got a list here of the classes that you can enrol in.
We'll have that little
Anybody
chat later,
interested?
dear. Sure.
We've got quite a comprehensive list here. We've got needlework, general knowledge class.
Jeez, what's going on in here?
Hello there. Lexi, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. What are you doing in here? We expecting more arrivals or something.
Not that I know of. They've moved me in here because I need more room.
Yeah? Well, you better get this mess cleaned up or the screws will come down real heavy on you.
I shan't lose any sleep over it. Come in. There's no need to stand in the doorway.
Thanks. But I'm not joking. The screws lay you on a charge in no time for this lot.
So what? They made the mess, they can clean it up.
Look, but the governor's playing it by the book these days and she's really tough with her charges. Look, help you clean up, okay?
Thank you. Is there any reason for this strict discipline? Or is Wentworth always like this?
Nah, used to be really good, but... Wow, you've got some great gear.
One has to have something to wear, even in a place like this.
Oh, I don't know how you do it, but... Jeez, look at all that makeup.
Would you like some?
Eh?
Take one of those lipsticks. I've got more than enough.
You sure?
Absolutely.
What's the catch?
There isn't one.
There's got to be. What do you want for it?
Nothing. If you want it, it's yours.
Tell you what, how about we cut for them?
There's no need. I'd like to give it to you.
No, this way. We don't owe each other nothing.
Very well. However, as it is my lipstick, I think I should be the one to shuffle.
Oh, but
Don't
I
you? Take a card.
That should be pretty hard to beat.
Do you think so? That was a very clumsy attempt at stacking the deck, my sweet. I was playing games like those long before you were born. You should have taken the lipstick while you still had the chance.
I never thought I'd see you again, Marcia. My whole world had collapsed around me. I thought my life was over.
I know, darling, I know. But after the cancer operation, I just couldn't face anyone. My hair had all fallen out. My face... I looked so old.
But it's you I love.
What is
It's
this
you
crap?
I care for.
It's not crap. It's my favourite program. I haven't missed an episode in 3 years. It's called Yesterday, Today and Tomorrow. It's about life and love and the hardships of both.
Oh, get off. It's a load of rubbish.
Shut up! It's not. You see, that's John and Marcia, and they've been separated for months because she had cancer and she thought she was going to die, and she would have died, except this brilliant brain surgeon from Texas came along and saved her life. But by that time, her husband had started playing around with other women because he didn't know how ill she was, and all her hair
I reckon
was
it's
falling.
garbage.
Don't touch that!
It's Willie's favourite program, so keep your paws off.
She belongs in a loony bin. Maybe you all do.
Oh, dear, this always happens to me. I need another hanky. Oh, look, everything is beautiful.
Here, this one's dry.
Oh, thank you, dear. Oh, that's a lovely hanky. Would you like to trade it for something else?
There you are, dear. Thought we might have that little chat.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I'll come straight to the point. Don't put up with any nonsense, so... This is not really a question, it's a statement. You set Myra Desmond up.
So, just shows you how easy it is to do. Desmond's lost her touch. She's not in with the governor anymore. Not much of a top dog, eh?
Perhaps not. Perhaps you have proved a point.
I'm bloody sure I have.
Well, what was the reason behind it?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? I want to take over as top dog.
Of course you do. And of course you want me and my little group to back you.
That's right.
If, and I say if we do, what then?
I've got a few things in mind.
Such as?
That's for me to know. But we can make quite a few bucks out of these suckers in here.
How?
Never mind. Even though the governor's been pretty tough lately, I can still get dope and things smuggled into this joint.
Can you? Good. Well, what's in it for us?
Well, that depends. You help me get the top dog spot and I'll cut you in for 20%.
Only 20%?
Yeah. I could make it 25, I suppose.
Very generous.
Yeah. Well, what do you reckon?
I reckon it's not enough.
Take it or leave it. I'll be top dog one way or another.
Is that so?
Yeah, that's so.
You must think I'm an idiot, dear. What's to stop me and my little group taking over your rackets?
Local knowledge. I've got it, you haven't. And besides, you're too old. You'd be stupid not to throw in with me. Yep, the way I see it, you haven't got any choice.
Oh, but I have, dear. I understand the freak's back tomorrow and I don't like your chances. You've just proved to me how dumb you really are. And I don't back idiots for top dog. If I back anyone, it'll be Desmond, not you. And another thing, dear. Don't underestimate me because I'm a wee bit old. You could be in for a very nasty surprise.
All right. So how'd you do it?
What?
Don't act dumb. Beat me at cards, of course.
It was easy. I remembered the fall of the cards and I knew what remained in the deck. Then it was just a matter of taking a punt.
You mean, if I lay the cards out like this, you can remember the order they fall in?
Probably. Most of them.
Neat. That's really neat. Hey, have you always been able to do this, or did you learn how?
I think I've always been able to do it.
Got any other talents like that?
No.
Hey, what do you think of Ruth Ballinger?
Nothing. I haven't really thought about her much.
I reckon she's incredible. What an ace life. All that money, your own private jet. Going wherever you want, whenever you want to.
Not quite. She's in prison now.
Oh, yeah, but how long's that going to last for? I mean, it's only a matter of time before old man gets her out. No worries. You know what they call him? Wolf. Because he's smart and ferocious.
And runs in a pack.
Hey, well, he's worth millions of dollars.
Billions. His annual income from pornography is 30 to 40 million. He's got bank accounts in Zurich, Panama, Hong Kong and Johannesburg, all numbered and confidential.
Yeah?
His estimated profits from drugs over the last 10 years is $200 million.
You're joking!
Of course, he's very smart. He's got connections with the Triad Syndicate of Southeast Asia as well as the Yakuza clan of Japan. On top of that, he's invested millions of dollars in legitimate businesses and he's got shareholdings in 10 multinational...
How do you know all this?
Oh, I probably heard it on the news or something, because, I mean, I don't understand most of it.
Oh, yeah. But isn't it incredible? I mean, all that money.
Sick. Hundreds of people are killed every year because of drugs. Thousands die. Billions of dollars go unaccounted for. And here I am, rotten in prison for stealing a few $1,000s to help me mum. It stinks. It's not fair.
What'd you do? I mean, I know I probably shouldn't ask.
Sorry, I've got to go to the toilet.
I'm sorry, but I find politics boring at the best of times.
So you won't help me?
No. It's menial power play. Was there anything else?
Well,
I can only say no.
Yeah, well, look, I know you're not going to be inside for long. I mean, they're going to drop the charge against you. Or someone will organise an escape.
You do have a vivid imagination. Go on.
Well, I just figured I could be of some use to you. I mean, if you had to escape, for instance.
Nothing that drastic will happen.
You never know. I broke out of here once. But I didn't have the connections to get out of the country.
Now you have.
I just figured I could be of some use to you and your old man if you...
His name is Mr. Ballinger, and I will not have him referred to as my old man. Do you understand? People have disappeared without a trace for much less. Don't you even think about it. Cigarette?
Yeah, thanks.
Let me make one point quite clear. I don't make deals. I don't need to. I don't need any help either inside or outside. However, if I should decide to make use of your services and talents, I'll be the one to decide how and when. Understood?
Oh, it wasn't me, May. I didn't do it.
No, dear. Some people just ask for trouble, don't they? Well, that's just what they're going to get. Come on, let's get dressed. I've got to go visiting.
I have a proposition for you. As you can see, this room's a mess. I'm afraid that when it comes to cleaning, I'm all thumbs and thumbs. Here, this is for you.
Me? Why, what do you mean?
It's quite simple, really. I would really appreciate it for someone to do those little things for me.
What, like clean up your cell?
Yeah, and queuing up for meal times, and a few other little things that I'm quite hopeless at.
I'll do that for you. I don't want any payment for it.
I beg your pardon?
I'll do it anyway. You don't have to pay me. Here, you take back.
No. No, you keep it. Don't think of it as a payment. Think of it simply as something from me to you. All right?
Oh, thanks.
Well, you two better hurry up and get dressed if you don't want to miss out on breakfast.
Come in, officer.
Well, I've not got time to chat. If you want anything to eat, you better hurry up.
Dennis.
I beg your pardon? Officer Cruikshank to you.
All right, Officer Cruikshank. Do you know where my baggage is?
I wouldn't know.
Well, you should. They are the terms of my incarceration here.
You'll be informed when they arrive.
Tell me, Mr. Cruikshank, how much do you earn a year? 15,000, 20,000, 25,000?
It's got nothing to do with you.
And then there's taxation, isn't there? That doesn't leave very much.
What are you getting at?
Damn, I've smudged it. Nothing? It's just that if you were to help me out from time to time, you'd be in a position to increase your salary incredibly. Visit your family in England. I'm sure you miss them terribly.
I don't take bribes.
I'm not offering any. Simply payment for services rendered. That's better. Will you oblige me?
You may have enough power to pull any strings you want, but I'm not one of your puppets, Catch. If you want any breakfast, get dressed.
Right. That's it then.
That isn't what I think it is.
Colour TV set. Sign here, thanks.
Madame Ballinger's requisites.
This is ridiculous. How on earth can I be expected to maintain discipline and order amongst the other prisoners when she's getting this kind of treatment? Just once, I would like to be allowed to do my job without interference.
Morning, Mr. Reynolds.
Is it?
Crikey. Has somebody brought out a warehouse?
Ruth Ballinger must be a very powerful woman.
Oh, and as slippery as an eel to boot. You won't believe this. Well, she just tried to bribe me. Aye. And she did it in such a clever way, I wouldn't be able to prove a thing.
Morning, Mrs. Slattery. Mr. Cruikshank. What do you want?
Just a chat.
Yeah, well, you had your chance last night and you said you weren't interested.
That's right.
So what? You changed your mind?
No.
Then get out of here.
You see, dear, knitting's more than just a hobby with me. It helps me get through the day. It releases my tensions, that sort of thing. And I like making things for other people.
So? What's it got to do with me?
I don't like what you did to my cell.
Well, there's nothing you can do about it.
You're evidently more stupid than I thought you were.
Oh, don't give me any crap and get out of me while I'm going to breakfast.
Oh, no, you're not. You're going back to my cell and you're going to untangle that mess you made and roll all that wool into nice, neat, tidy little balls.
Go to hell!
I also warned you, dear, not to underestimate me because I was a wee bit old. Now, when I come back from breakfast, all that wool will be neat and tidy, won't it, dear? I'm sorry I had to do that, dear. Have a nice day.
You're certain you're well enough to work so soon?
I wouldn't be here otherwise.
Your doctor knows you're at work?
Yes. I have been meaning to phone and thank you for clearing things with the department.
You are being framed. I will not tolerate that sort of thing while I'm in charge. You'll find there have been quite a few changes since you were away.
Yes, I'm delighted to hear you've introduced new disciplinary measures.
They are not new, but they are being followed now.
You think it's wise allowing Ballinger all those privileges, then?
That's a departmental decision. It's not your place to question it. There have been too many people bending the rules to suit themselves, and it is going to stop.
You implying that I bend the rules?
You have on several occasions. But if you put one step out of line, I will personally throw you out. Now, if that's all I've got work to do.
Something wrong?
Oh, no. Just a bit hot in here, that's all. You darn Sheilas really aren't used to work, are you?
You sick or something?
No.
Been acting a bit funny. I mean, you don't front for breakfast and you've hardly opened your yap since muster.
You was doing a little chore for me, weren't you, dear? She wasn't hungry. What's that, dear? Speak up.
Nothing.
Well, it's all right then. Oh, my, aren't we all gloomy?
Yeah, well, there ain't much to be cheery about.
Oh, you miss Myra, don't you, dear?
Well, none of my mates are here anymore.
Well, never mind. Myra will be out of the pound tonight and everything will be fine.
Of course it will. Here, look, I've just remembered. I've got a brand new pack of cards in my room. Now, perhaps you could find something you might like to trade for them.
Gee, thanks.
Chin up, kid. We're friendly once you get to know us.
Yeah, what the hell?
That's the ticket. Would you like me to knit you a nice little cardie? I think red's your colour.
Oh, yeah. Gee, thanks. I'd love it.
Good, that's done then. Well, why we all stop work? Come on, hop to it. Thank you, dear.
Now, look, it'll only be for a short time, then Ballinger will be gone and things will return to normal.
Lay.
Of course.
I doubt it. In the meantime, I can expect all kinds of trouble from the other women over this special treatment Ballinger's getting.
You'll manage.
On top of that, Joan Ferguson reported for work this morning.
Good, good.
It is a disaster. Anything could happen. I don't want her here. Transfer her to Barnhurst. I know there's a vacancy there.
I'll do no such thing. Ferguson stays here, and that's that.
Hi. Just came to get your dirty linen.
There, that's clearer. What do you think?
Wow, it's a damn sight better than the one in the rec room. Look, how'd you manage to get all this stuff?
Well, the federal police want certain information from me.
Yeah, what kind?
On organised crime. And if I can con them into believing I'll give it to them, they'll give me anything I want.
Oh, good for you. What a ripper.
Well, it is, isn't it? Just wait till they hear my next request.
Oh, what is it?
Right then, that's still on.
Thank you.
I'll get on with your work, Patterson.
Before you go, Lexi, you can take those sheets. I have no need of them. The good officer Cruikshank's bought my new satin sheets.
Satin sheets? Unreal.
Come on, hurry it up.
Dennis.
I told you before.
I'm sorry. I mean Mr. Cruikshank.
Well?
There is one more tiny thing that I need. I'd like you to relay it to Mrs. Reynolds for me.
Ah, Miss Ferguson, glad to see you back on your feet.
I'm sure you are.
Yes, it's good to see an officer of your caliber back on the team.
Really? I was under the impression that neither you nor the Governor would have cared less if I died on the operating table. Morning.
Excuse me, Governor. Could I have a word?
Certainly.
Yes, well, I shan't detain you any longer. Keep in mind what I said about Ballinger.
Sorry, Mrs. Reynolds, but it's Ballinger again. She has another request.
I don't believe it. What is it this time?
A telephone in a cell.
What?
With a private outside line.
She wants that, does she?
Well, what shall I tell her?
No, not under any circumstances. Request denied.
She's getting worse.
I know. I'll have to keep an eye on her.
Jeez, you should see all the gear Ruth's got in her room, colour tally and all.
Really?
I'm just going to the loo, Auntie Madge.
Okay, love.
Not a going. What's the matter with you? You've got a Japanese bladder or something. It's a...
organised crime.
Where do you think you're going?
To the toilet.
What's your name?
Nora Flynn.
Right, Flynn. Any longer than 5 minutes, you'll be on a charge. Well, what have we got here? Patterson and Kelly. It's nice to see you both. I am Miss Ferguson. Names?
May Collins.
Willie Beecham?
Name?
Me?
That's who I'm looking at.
Daphne Graham.
You over there. I said you, don't try and hide. What's your name?
Her name's Julie Egbert.
Oh, and does she have a tongue?
Yes.
Get out of my way.
She's just a kid. She's terrified. Give her a break.
I said get out of my way.
Daphne!
bad that I just got to do something. I just want to hurt myself, like it'll feel better when I do.
Does it?
Sometimes.
When you were at Winlayton, you hurt yourself 4 times. I believe you've still got the scars. Did you feel the same way then? How old were you?
15, 16, I can't remember.
And you did the same thing at Barnhurst?
Yeah.
Do you always have the same urge?
Yeah. Except this time it was worse. I felt that everybody's out to get me because I'm so dumb and useless. And I couldn't get away. I just felt sort of trapped and scared.
What about the thermometer? Did you steal it?
I haven't got any more. Some of the girls busted it up and flushed it down the dunny. What are you going to do to me?
As punishment? I don't think I need to punish you. You seem very capable of doing that yourself. But I do want you to see a psychiatrist.
Oh, that wouldn't do no good. I've seen them before and they just say I'm a maniac depressant.
Manic depressive?
Yeah, one of them.
Daphne, this behaviour has to stop before you seriously hurt yourself.
I can't help it, Mrs. Reynolds. I do try.
Well, I'm going to arrange for a psychiatrist to visit you. But in the meantime, I think we'll try something that might help.
Poor child. You know, I worry that one day she's going to kill herself. I can't understand why she doesn't.
Mail call, ladies. Right, Brody, Young.
Yes, please. Thanks.
And Price. And here's the paper.
I'll have that.
And I've got a postcard here from Etty Parslow. Well, I take it you all know her then.
Do we ever, the scourge of Barnhurst?
Well, she says she hopes you all like her present.
Remnants of the Second World War.
And she says she loves you all and misses you. Anyway, I'll leave it for you to read. Much is only, I hope.
Oh, of course. No one's got any money in here. It's against the rules.
And don't you forget it.
Oh, dear. Yeah, 5-card stud, right?
Yeah, right. What happened to your photographic memory?
Hey, cop this. Big front page article about Ruth Ballinger's arrest and her husband's attitude.
Here, I'll trade you 2 cigarettes for the paper.
Why not? Dumb deal. Not my paper anyhow.
Do you see what I mean? There's always someone around ready to take advantage of my good nature.
From what you've told me, part of your trouble seems to come from being cooped up over long periods. I think you could have some kind of claustrophobia.
I don't know. I just know I don't feel so bad when I'm outside.
Well, I'm no doctor. We'll let the psychiatrist diagnose it properly. Now, here we are. This is what I wanted to show you. This used to be a beautiful rose garden. An old inmate called Mum used to have it looking like a showpiece.
It's all overgrown now.
Shame, isn't it? How would you like to do something with it?
Me? Oh, I'd love to.
I'll give you an extra hour a day to work in the garden. But only if you keep up your work quotas inside.
Oh, Mrs. Reynolds, I will, I promise. Oh, I don't mind how hard I work inside if I've got this to look forward to. Thanks.
Well, that's it then. You'll be Wentworth's garden restorer.
Oh, what about money for plants and things like that?
We'll get something out of petty cash. You leave that to me.
This is going to be the best garden bed in the whole state. You watch.
Good. All right, let's go back inside.
Oh, Mrs. Reynolds, one more thing. I noticed when we were walking that some of the plants are in the wrong spot.
You can transfer them.
No, I mean, like, they really should be potted and put inside.
Where did you have in mind?
Oh, just inside somewhere.
Like your cell?
Yeah, that'd be terrific.
No, not yet. One thing at a time. We might do something about that later.
Fair enough.
What are you doing in here?
Nothing. I was just having a look round.
With whose permission?
No one's.
I see.
Mrs. Ballinger won't mind.
Won't she?
No.
I'm sure she won't mind if you steal something either.
No, I mean, look, I wasn't going to steal nothing.
Weren't you?
No.
Then what's that you got in your hand?
I was just looking at it, honest.
I'm sure you were.
I'm telling the truth.
Give it here. We'll let the governor decide that, but I'm quite sure that you will be on a charge.
Good morning. Lexi, that isn't your colour. I told you which one to take.
Eh?
Here. This matches your lip colour perfectly.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot. Can I go now?
No. You just wait there.
Is there a problem?
There could be. I caught her snooping in here. She was about to steal that bottle of polish.
I doubt it. There was no need. I'd already offered her anyone she wanted.
So she had your permission, hmm?
Absolutely.
Right. Get going, Patterson.
Just a moment. Wait for me. Otherwise we'll both be late for lunch. Here, I think this is your colour.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I owe you one. Not many people can put over on the freak like that.
Thank you, Daphne.
You're welcome. When you gave her that nail polish and everything.
Why'd you do that, dear?
What?
Line up and take Ruth Ballinger a food.
Because I wanted to.
Not forcing you?
Oh, cripes, no. I think she's fantastic. I'd do anything for her.
Not hungry, love?
No, feel a bit off.
Now, I've told you before, dear, you've got to eat regularly.
Don't, May, I'm not hungry and I don't want to eat, so just lay off and don't lecture me.
Well, I think I'll enrol in the cooking class after that poor excuse for food.
Oh, it's not that bad. Anyway, cooking classes wouldn't do you any harm.
Look who's talking. Besides, I've just realised that if I join that class, I'll have access to all kinds of goodies in the kitchen.
Never miss an opportunity, do.
I'm not silly.
What class are you going to enrol in, Daphne?
Oh, none of them. I haven't got any time. I've got a whole garden I've got to look after out there. Anyway, I'm too dumb.
General knowledge wouldn't do you any harm.
Oh, maybe, if I get the time. I've enrolled in all of them.
Hey?
Well, it can't do me any harm. It might improve my brain.
Well, I admire your enthusiasm, dear, but where are you going to get the time?
Lexi, love, what class are you going to take?
Oh, typing. Keep my fingers in shape. I'll see you a lot later. I think I'll go and lie down for a bit.
Where do you think you're going?
To my room.
What's the bread for?
I haven't eaten. I thought I might get hungry later on.
That's just too bad. You know the rules.
Yes,
Have
but
you
I-
scraped your plate?
No.
No, Miss Ferguson.
No, Miss Ferguson.
Good. Now you go and scrape your plate and dump that bread, and just remember, things might have been different at Barnhurst, but here at Wentworth we stick to the rules.
That was delicious.
Thanks. One of my better pies.
Oh, Sadie's a great cook. I've never felt so fit.
Well, you're obviously settled and happy here.
Am I ever? This place is the best thing that ever happened to me. Oh, I love it. The people are so friendly and there's always plenty to do.
I'm really pleased for you.
Mind you, I loved staying at your place.
Well, I enjoyed your company too, even though we did have our moments.
Yeah, well, we all have our little quirks, don't we?
Well, I'm really pleased you settled in here so well. I'm very fond of you, but I really don't think we could have lived together for long.
It wasn't that much trouble, was it?
Oh, of course not. I mean, we're different people. Age, personality, habits. I just don't think it would have worked.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Anyway, how are you and Dennis going? Things working out well?
Oh, we're working together quite nicely. Yes, thank you.
I bet you are. Anyway, what's news of Wentworth?
Oh, lots of things have happened. Judy's gone, Marlene's gone, all the men.
Oh, the place must be like a morgue.
On the contrary, we've had 9 replacements from Barnhurst.
Who?
Oh, let me think. Julie Egbert, Daphne Graham, Willie Beecham.
Willie Beecham? The old horse trader. Oh, go on, who else?
May Collins.
Only May Collins.
Oh, well, you obviously know her very well.
Do I ever? Oh, she's an old mate. Remember that orange cardi I used to wear? Well, she knitted that specially for me. That was an Auntie May original. Oh, gee. Love to see the old gang again.
Now, come on, you know you can't.
Yeah, I know. Stupid conditions the department makes. They shouldn't be allowed to stop me.
Here we are. Rice custard.
Ah, my favourite.
He was actually a magician, but there wasn't a thing he didn't know about cards.
Oh, wow.
Excuse me a moment. Excuse me, William. May I have the paper?
I haven't finished reading it yet.
Perhaps just the front page?
I was just getting to that. I always leave the news till last.
Let her have the paper. You're not a bit interested in politics.
How would you know? You never get past the comics.
Perhaps we'll trade something for it.
Now, why didn't I think of that?
How about some nail polish?
Deal.
Thank you.
You just can't help yourself, can you?
What do you mean?
Well, that paper wasn't yours. You had no right to barter for it.
Yes, I did. You saw me pay Kelly for it, so therefore it was my property, wasn't it? It was my
honestly,
property. I have a perfect right.
Geez, it's a bit heavy, isn't it?
I don't think so.
But it says your husband reckons the Australian government framed you to get it in.
Which is correct.
But he's left you holding the bag.
No, he hasn't.
But it says there he's not coming back to Australia to get you out. Now, I mean, I might be a bit stupid, but in my book, that's called left holding the bag.
The article also says that I wouldn't expect him to. He'll arrange something.
And what if he doesn't?
He will.
Hello, Nora, dear. You feeling any better?
Hello, Nora. Not good. Not good. He's still sick.
Mr. Cruikshank, I've been waiting to see you since this morning.
Oh, have you? What for?
Surely you haven't forgotten my little request. The telephone with a private line?
Oh, yes, that's right.
Well, when will it be installed?
It won't. Your request was denied.
Why didn't you tell Meg the truth?
I couldn't. I didn't want to upset her.
Oh, for goodness sake, Effie, she's gone off thinking you're as happy as Larry, and you're not.
If I told Meg the truth, she'd only feel obliged to have me back with her again.
So what? At least you'd be happy.
No, I wouldn't. You heard how she went on about really not being able to live with me. Besides, what would I do? Sit around all day? Might as well do that here.
Well, what do you want?
I want to be with my old friends. Sadie, I'm scared of the world out here. I don't know how it works, and I'm too old to adjust to it. I just wish I'd never opened my mouth to Janice Grant and stayed happily inside Wentworth.
So why aren't I on the press?
Because you don't like steam, dear. I'm only thinking of you.
Rubbish. You just like being in charge, don't you? I'm right, aren't I? You
Well,
just
if
like
that's
being
the
in
way you
charge,
want it,
don't
there you go. It's all yours.
Oh,
Oh, make up your minds. Who wants this lot?
Give it to her ladyship. I'm nearly finished my work anyway.
Julie, love, I'd like you on skip duty.
Me?
Yes.
Now?
Yes, now.
But I can't.
Well, of course you can.
Well, can someone come with me?
No, dear, you know the rules.
I'm scared, Auntie May. I'll get lost again.
Oh, no, you won't. There's nothing to be frightened of.
But I got lost last time, and then I didn't know what to do about Daffy, and I'd just mess it up again.
No, you won't. I've every confidence in you. There you go.
She's a real wimp, isn't she?
No, it's just being in an unfamiliar place, that's all.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, what'd she do?
You know better than to ask that question, dear.
Just curious.
Wouldn't be hard to find out. If you pushed her hard enough, she'd squeal like a pig.
But of course no one's going to do that, are they, dear? Because they'd have to deal with me, wouldn't they?
Oh, just a minute. I think you... Hey, just a minute, you... Hey, Egbert! Hey, come back here!
May! Honey, May!
The matter?
He came round the corner. I don't know. Where's the skip? I've left it behind. Don't make me go back.
All right, it's all right.
Well, what's this then? A stop work meeting?
What did you do to her?
What do you mean?
She's terrified out of her wits. What happened out there?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out. Now, Egbert, why did you run away from me like that? Hey, look, I'm not Frankenstein, you know. I don't wait in the corridors to scare people. I was just trying to tell you dropped this, that's all.
Oh, no. What an idiot. I'm sorry.
It's all right, we all make mistakes.
Seems I owe you an apology. I thought the worst.
Okay. Well, ladies, I'll be taking the general knowledge classes, so I hope you all attend. Maybe you can teach me a thing or two.
I bet we could at that.
Back to work.
Seems like a nice enough bloke.
Ah, he's not bad for a screw.
He's a dag.
Oh, shut up, Kelly.
You silly goose.
Just transfer the names from page 2
Hi.
onto...
Any disasters?
Oh, no riots or anything, if that's what you mean.
Joyce?
Are you all right? Oh, yes, as well as I can be. How was lunch?
Oh, delightful. Etty was on top of the world.
Good. Oh, Ruth Ballinger has a visitor.
Another request?
Oh, sort of. It's her lawyer, George Costello.
Oh, naturally. Wouldn't you know she'd have the best criminal lawyer in the country?
Yes, he's a strange one, though. Insisted he speak to his client outside.
Probably thought we'd eavesdrop.
Yeah.
Well, better be going. See you later.
Meg, just a minute. Before you go, can I have a word? I wondered if I could stay at your place tonight.
Oh, yes, of course, but...
I've finally decided to move away from Norm, and, well, I haven't made any arrangement. Look, I'll explain later. It's just that I need a bed tonight. Will that be all right?
Yes, yes.
Thanks. Your reputation has preceded you, Mr. Costello. Very wise of you to meet me out here.
I didn't want to take any risks in your case.
Why you? James Lamont has handled my arrest and committal. Is he still to be on my case as well?
No, your husband felt that I was better qualified.
Arnold sent you. Personally?
Yes. He has some specific instructions for you.
Can you prove that Arnold sent you?
He told me you were sharp. I'm to tell you that the small scar he has on his left shoulder was caused by you.
I'm satisfied.
I suppose you're aware that your arrest was no accident, that the authorities engineered the whole thing?
Yes, I know that.
I don't foresee any difficulties in having you cleared, but while I'm doing that, I'm afraid you'll have to stay here until the trial.
But that could take months. Can't I get bail?
I've tried, but there seems to be a deal of resistance. Anyway, your husband's instructions are that you should stay here. He does apologize for the inconvenience.
I'm sure he does. Never mind. I have managed to make myself somewhat comfortable here.
Good. Certain associates of your husband are a little concerned as to what you might say to the authorities.
There is no need for concern. I have absolutely no intention of telling them anything.
Well, you see, that's just the point. Your husband and these associates find that there is a small number of, shall we say, minor people for whom they have no further use. His instructions are that you reveal their names and any other information I pass on to you about them at irregular intervals. That should keep everybody happy, especially the police.
Is that all?
Until I contact you again. Don't worry about anything, Mrs. Ballinger. Money speaks all languages. I guarantee you won't be convicted.
I'll hold you to that.
Sadie! Sadie! Come here!
What's the matter? Why didn't you just come over to me and the girls?
Spies. Probably all spies. You can't be too careful these days.
Catch up with you later, girls.
Hey.
What's this all about? You look like you've won Tat's Lotto or something.
Oh, better than that. Much better. I'm going back to Wentworth.
What?
I'm going back the only way possible. I'm going to commit a crime. They'll have to take me back then, won't they?
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together. sharing